to the Grey Pill Podcast, where truth's unveiled, exploring the depths beyond what is retail. Conspiracies, esoteric knowledge so enthralling. Open up your mind, let's dive into the sprawling. Oh yeah. Grey Pill awaken, question what you know. Peeling back the latest, let your curiosity grow. Uncover hidden realities, break the mold. Come take the journey, let your mind unfold.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Grey Pill Podcast. It's a special episode. Here today with my co-host and my friend Adrian West. It's your first time going live, right, man?
Here we are, live to the masses.
I knew it would happen eventually. So this isn't an Elohim Etymology, guys. So don't get too excited. We're kind of going to do like an overview of what we've talked about for the past months and talk about Adrian's book a little bit. Let's go ahead and Pantheon One, The Golden Veins by Adrian West and Mr. Benson C. Saili. Adrian's co-author from Botswana, Africa. Super based guy. Very intelligent. This book is awesome, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, dude. And the fact that you have 5 more coming makes it even cooler. And even like I'm super stoked to get further into it with you, further into the research. But yeah, man, how you doing this morning?
Doing well. Had a kickboxing class and not so much sun today down here in South Carolina, but that'll
Not
just
here
mean
either. Yeah.
For me that means more work, less recreation.
Well, you know, it's my birthday tomorrow, dude. So
Yo, happy birthday.
Thanks, man. Turned 32. Starting to feel 32, so I don't feel as young as I used to feel. So
It's all mental, man.
yeah, it really is mental, dude. I still have a childlike sense of humor and wonderment about me, so maybe that'll keep me youthful.
I dig it.
Yeah, man. So funny, dude. Last night had John Lee Chelbeck on. He has the It's Not What You Think podcast and did a 2-hour stream on Semyaza. Yeah, man. And the number 77 and how that's Semyaza's number apparently, and all this stuff that ties into him. And dude, it's crazy how many times you see 77 pop up throughout all these psyops and false flags and just all these like revelation of the method events that have happened of them showing us what they're doing. And dude, the number 77 is everywhere. It's crazy. But he definitely agrees that people pray to this deity. It just confirms more of what we've been talking about. I started talking to him about the Sumerian text, and because he's very familiar with the Book of Enoch, and I was like, well, in the Sumerian text it says this, and he was just like, oh shit. So just making more connections, dude. So y'all go check that out if y'all haven't. May have some people watching. I don't know. Yeah. Yo.
What up?
Messenger. What's up, homie? He was there last night. EMP. Hey, how are you doing? Thank you for the birthday wishes, guys. Means a lot. Just woke up like an hour ago, so it probably looked like rolled out of bed, woke up, brushed my teeth, made some coffee, hung out with my daughter for a minute, and here we are, man. So this book, Pantheon One, brings a ton of new aspects to the Sumerian story. And you could even say even more ancient texts that tie excuse me, that tie into this. Um, what's your favorite things that you took from it, or that while you were editing it and putting it out there, that you found weren't in the original story at all?
Sure. There's a few parts to that answer. The first thing I'll say is, as Benson and I were deciding to package this into a book series, we knew going into it that the very first installment would be the most challenging or difficult in a way to get people to relate to, because we're kind of broadcasting it as applicable to everyone, to all demographics, to all religions, race, color, creed, sex, etc. And so the Sumerian story in Pantheon One is touched on in the beginning and throughout the book, but we really don't dive deep into character development until the final couple chapters. So my favorite parts are that it's kind of the precursor to the Sumerian story. It's the story of the formation of the universe and the concept and theory of God. Is there one true creator God? Is this a computer simulation that we're in? Is the universe holographic? Is all of the NASA
We got to ask these
astrophysics?
things, man. I
You
mean,
know,
how many things are we lied to about, right?
yeah, yeah.
All
And
the
so we,
misinformation out there. Yeah.
right. And so Benson is an immaculate researcher. He quotes NASA articles from the 70s, 80s, 90s. He points out where things have holes and mysteries in them.
Yeah.
And he relates quotes and writings from philosophers, ancient teachers, sages, and then the more relatable and recognizable, like biblical passages or religious texts, Sumerian cuneiform tablets, etc. And yeah, there's a lot of aspects about this first book that are my favorite. You know, like I said, the concept of God, religion. He talks about woman power and female power and the masculine feminine dynamic of the universe and how it's constantly this fluctuating balance. And even there were parts that I cut out to save time, but and there's less research behind it that people would believe, but there's like this concept of a humanoid being the ultimate form of expression in this universe that we know of, with the laws of gravity. This thing that we formed into with one head, two arms, two legs seems to be the highest form. But the way we got here, like we all got here different ways. From single-celled organisms, we kind of branched off, and there's a chance there was like this sector of the galaxy that had more a species with more feline characteristics, and one over here with more bird-like characteristics, and then the serious people like the dog star, right? The wolf star.
The dog star thing, man. I've been going deep on it. If you look at the Sirius XM, let me pull that up. I had posted. I could go to my Twitter, but it'd probably take way too fucking long to find. I wanted to show you. I think you may have seen it, but we'll pull it up just to show everyone else. Oh, we're being raided right now by Raven and the Nephilim Death Squad. Shouts out Top and Raven. They're definitely doing the Lord's work, diving into the same things we are, just in a kind of a different way. It's fucking awesome stuff, man. You should really check it out if you ever have a second.
I'd rather be rated by the NDS than another 3-letter agency. So shout out to the Nephilim Death Squad. Thanks for tuning in.
Hell yeah, man. Always. Like I said, they're great people. And sorry, hold on. Fuck me. I'm trying to pull this up. I want to show everybody the Sirius XM logo because, dude, I can't help but see the similarities and the symbolism to Sirius. What's up, Joey? All right, man.
You can get away with that on Rumble. YouTube might flag you.
Oh, fuck them. Whatever.
What's up, flags?
Well, what's up, Flat? Hell yeah, man. So you see the dog, right?
Mm-hmm.
He has the star in his eye. Now, whether I guess that's his left eye. That's his eye of horse, but look at the star at the end of his tail. And I mean, Sirius, we know, means the dog star.
Right.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. Shit's cracking me up. Oh man. Oh. They're raiding the fuck out of us right now.
Oh man, I feel footsteps on the roof.
Don't think your mic is selected as input. Lucas, hold on, let me check. No audio. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Guys, can y'all hear me? Am I coming in or through? Ruthless Memer said we are fucked. Sorry, Adrian.
I'm used to worse.
What the fuck is this shit? Oh, God. Let me turn this it's on do not disturb. Sorry, Adrian, it gets a little chaotic when you go live sometimes. Like I said, guys, good morning. Good morning, everybody.
Probably
so
just
yeah, dude. So we know it means the dog star. And then when you talk about in this book how they were canine in nature, it's fascinating. Oh, guys. Dude. I was told dicks come out on this show. Oh man.
You gotta wait till the minute 69.
Mr. Squatch. Dude, this is awesome. Thank you guys for rating the stream.
Well, these fans are wild.
Oh man. So, dude, yeah, do you think that's where Dogman comes from? Is the Sirius the dog star?
When you say dog man, is this like an earthling Bigfoot archetype?
Well, what do you think? It says Lucas Hardhar said Adrian's audio is getting picked up from another source than Mike.
Let me jump into my settings.
Yeah, go check your settings, man.
Check. How's that, squad?
That sounds good. Guys, oh my God.
It might have been going through the computer before that.
There'll be no dick farting going on here. Subliminal messenger.
Check.
I should have rated the stream last night, man. Up super late last night, like I said, with John Lee. That was fun as fuck. But yeah, dude, and then so you look at logos like this and you see the symbolism. It's like, are they giving praise to these entities that came from Sirius? Whether Sirius is, if it's another dimension, or if it is another star system, because you know some people think space is fake and gay.
Can you be both at the same time? I guess.
Maybe. Yes, I think you can. I'm pretty sure it goes hand in hand.
All right.
I
mean, is that the biggest psyop in history then? Bigger than
What?
any JFK assassination, bigger than anything on the ground. If space isn't real, what are we doing here?
I don't know. What the fuck where's all the money going to? They're probably going, dude, I mean, if there's any other areas, this fucking chat is going is wild. What's up, Nancy?
Did you happen to see Did you happen to
Sorry.
see Bryce Mitchell on the PBD podcast?
What's up? Sorry, Adrian.
Oh, you're good.
What'd you ask?
Did you ever see, like 2 weeks ago, Bryce Mitchell on the Patrick Bet David podcast?
No. Who's that?
Bryce is a UFC fighter, an active fighter out of Arkansas. Southern country guy, very talented.
That's in my neck of the woods.
Yeah, and he found Jesus. He found Christianity and Jesus in the last few years, and is a hardcore disciple and believer, and very outspoken about it. And he's also a hardcore flat earther. Like, doesn't believe anyone has left the firmament, thinks NASA's lying to us. And it's so wild because you hear his stories and his testimonials, and he's intelligent. So, like, he gets you going for a while, and then he flips the script and he's like, space isn't real. And you're just like, damn, man, there's so much division with something that when we were kids wasn't even a conversation. Like, what do you mean space isn't real?
Yeah, man. I mean, the images they show us, I don't think are too real. I mean, you can have people take a picture of the bottom of a frying pan and it looks similar to a planet. Or I've seen a lot of things. There's just so many psyops out there, bro. You just get like fucking, it's all like coming in your face or something, you know? It's like they're all
Yeah.
trying to enter you at once
Yeah, yeah, man.
in so many ways. Um, Shout out Nephilim Death Squad, man. Thank y'all, dude. Thank you. First donation I've ever gotten while podcasting. So
Wow.
thanks, guys. We love y'all. Hope to do some shit with y'all one day. So yeah, dude. So there's a Sirius logo, right? And then if you go over to Red Bull, I mean, look at the Red Bull logo. So you have the bull and the sun, right? That's the sun, obviously. We know Enlil was known as the bull of heaven, right?
Yep.
There's a bunch of new. Jesus, man, I've never
Hey.
had this many comments on a stream. And then but the sun. Sorry, I'm interrupting you again.
No, I was gonna say stay on that logo for a second and
Yeah.
squint your eyes and look at the sun and the bull and keep squinting and tell me it doesn't look like a prototypical gray alien with the big almond eyes and the
Holy shit.
bro.
Yo, dude, what'd you just do to me?
I'm telling you, man.
Sorry, y'all may have just heard my daughter scream. She's looking for me. Probably just woke up.
As long as she knows where you are and you know where she is, we'll be all right.
She knows that I'm doing a podcast, but she doesn't know what a podcast is. She's 2.5, so she's still in that two. I mean, it's a great age. A lot of sweet moments, but there's a lot of difficult moments as well. So
Damn
yeah,
right.
you just fucking blew my mind.
Just discovered that.
See if I can do it. See if I could do it again.
Yeah. Like imagine the sun is outlined as a head.
Yeah, dude, you can kind of see like a little. Okay, so the sun represents a lot of things. It could represent a number of entities, number of deities. Yes, Lucas. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But we know it represents Shamash, brother of Ishtar, son of the moon god, Nanarsin, where we've talked about where the word sin comes from. Yeah, Crush. I know. I don't know what to think about it, to be honest with you. It's like you could look at so many of these symbols, so many of these logos, and see just the praise to these fallen angels, right?
Big time.
Yeah, man, thank y'all for tearing up the chat. This is something. Never experienced this before.
Keep
Maybe only
tearing
getting
it.
like a donut stream that I've had once or twice. Well, once on my channel. Shout out Donut. Happy birthday, bro. Let's see. Are there any symbols that you know, or any like
Man.
logos for certain brands that are representative of these beings or these
Really,
entities, whatever you want to call them?
it's almost every single high level corporate logo. I mean, just any car company, like go Starbucks, for example.
Here we go. All right, yeah. And yeah, dude, you could get into a lot with this logo. Is that the full logo? There, yeah. Okay. So what can you tell me about this logo?
Well, from my research in the past, I've been led to believe this is Inanna Ishtar, and
Yes.
we see some fish symbolism, but this is the goddess of love, fertility, and war.
Z-Man
And
said the Starbucks logo upside down is Baphomet.
damn, that's hardcore. I wonder if that's
I don't know
Googleable.
if I can like I'll have
Hold
to
on.
get the picture on my phone and crop it and flip it or something. Maybe I'll post that later. Confirm that, Z-Man. That's pretty interesting. I could try to look upside down. Be fucking retarded, but
It's
oh shit.
there's definitely a correlation.
Yeah, definitely, dude. Open. Yeah, dude. Need to learn how to. I have a MacBook, so it's probably the same keys forever. Yeah, dude. What? So do you think that's representative of Ishtar? Because I don't know. I didn't think Ishtar was depicted with a mermaid's tail. I mean, this is basically a siren.
Exactly. I was
Yeah.
gonna say that. And but when you talk about the laws of seduction, the siren is kind of the seducer, the peacock, so to speak. And
Give me a second.
yeah.
There I go again with my phone, guys. Sorry about that. Happens sometimes. Continue.
I was gonna say you are absolutely right. Inanna or Ishtar or Aphrodite isn't historically that comment. She's not historically depicted in the water sense. She's more associated with love and war. But the siren, when we're talking about the laws of seduction or these types of parallels, the siren invites repressed, bored, rational men to let loose and like succumb to pleasure. And Inanna Ishtar was known for doing that. She would seduce gods, demigods, and humans. And she was a type of femme fatale where if she didn't get her way, she wouldn't keep you around long. She would either send you off to war to die or kill you herself or punish you in some cruel fashion.
She had a sky chamber, like a sex chamber in the sky, right?
Super freak.
Super free. The
Like,
worst. Dude, her body count is just beyond imaginable.
I know,
Uh,
man.
and when you read about it and read about her, just like after Dumuzi dies, she tries to like reincarnate him through all these other warrior Anunnakis and or these even through human men probably. I mean, you think she was abducting human men and trying to I don't know, does she probe them or something or I don't know.
Well, if traditions carried on from, say, the Orion Queen, right? And some of those early passages that Benson wrote, some of it, like pieces of it, may still exist in Pantheon, but he writes about the Orion Queen and the queens in power back in the ancient days. It was almost flipped. Like they were the pimps. They had a harem of men. They would pick like the Olympic athletes of the society and just bring them in one after another. And if they didn't like get pleasure or reach orgasm, those men would be killed as punishment.
Jesus, dude.
So like it
So if you couldn't come, then you were then they would just kill you?
like if you came too fast or you just didn't give her
Guys,
the right pleasure, like your life is over. No pressure.
if you came too fast. Oh wow. So
So like I wouldn't put it past Anana to literally be the same way.
so here we go. Starbucks logo upside down. I mean,
It's a stretch, but I would have to like do some squinting and some
and she
color
has,
manipulation.
let's see, that's 4 points on her crown and 5 point star. That's 9 points. Um, isn't that representative of Ishtar?
I know she had a 7-pointed star.
7. Okay. See, you know a lot more about that than me, man. That's why you're the one writing these books, guys. If y'all haven't yet, y'all go get Pantheon One, The Golden Veins. Fantastic book, great book. And like I said, Adrian's writing 5 more of them. Uh, and I'm happy to be a part of that, man. Like to be doing these episodes with you while you're on this journey. So
It's mutual, bro. I might have a correction here. So
what's that?
there is a 7-pointed star in ancient cultures and ceremonial magic, and each point represents a day of the week. But upon deeper research, this star of Ishtar is actually 8-pointed.
Oh my God. Okay, that's what it was. I thought
And
it
that
was
makes sense
9.
because she represents Venus. And if the Sumerians are coming from Nibiru, from the outside of the solar system, and you count Pluto as planet number 1, Earth is 7, Venus is 8.
Man, I love when you do that.
Here we go.
Fuck yeah, dude. Well, let's look at some more logos, dude. So you have about I'd say a good 30 minutes before you have to get out of here, right?
Yep, and I'm not going to interrupt it if we're flowing.
Oh
We're
man, no.
we're live. The people are chirping. We're getting rated. I'm not just going to leave
Are
you
you chirping,
hanging, bro.
guys? Some of them may not be able to hear chirps.
Dude, Toyota, the T, the Taurus. I'm
Chicago
seeing
Bulls
a bull
logo.
symbolism.
All these upside down logos, guys. All right. Like the bull, like I said, the bull of heaven. I mean that is only attributed to Enlil, who is El. I've said it before, man. The E from the first of his name, the L at the very last, and the etymology changed it over time. Some words got shorter, some names got longer. So, Chicago Bulls logo upside down. Okay. So what are we seeing here? What the fuck? Is that what, guys? What
I
Z-Man?
have some theories here, and I'll think out loud, but it might be easier if you
Explain
go
yourself,
to
Z-Man.
a Toyota Bull logo.
That's a robot fucking. I don't see it.
I mean, the robots have their own techniques.
Apparently, Lucas said it's an alien clapping cheese. Well, okay. Let me see something. There's that one logo. Adrian, give me something. I don't know.
Type in Toyota
Stump myself.
Toyota logo occult.
Toyota what?
Logo occult. All right, you see that first one?
Yeah.
So here are some options, and mainly I'm focused on the T. There's 3 T's in Toyota, and in this depiction, the middle one is slightly different. But think about the T, and in this sense, kind of the bull's head and the bull's horns. When it's like this, it makes you think of the bull or something with a crown on its head, something holy with something revolving or circular at the top. And a lot of symbolism, whether it's for good purposes or evil purposes, can be inverted. So like if you were to picture that upside down, now that circle or the sides of the T spread out towards the bottom and it's pointed to the top. So one, it could be phallic in nature. 2, it could symbolize a rocket ship or a building, right? Because it's almost like when you invert these symbols, you're flipping gravity. So now instead of that T as a rocket ship that's landing on Earth, you invert it and it's ready to go up to heaven and defy gravity.
Brand logos. Okay. No, I didn't click on that. Hold on. We're just gonna go to brand logos. Okay, so obviously everyone knows about the Apple logo. I'm trying to find something that we can. Do you see anything that catches your eye? There's Saturn right there.
Yep. Again, well, we see a T again in Tesla. The M is huge in McDonald's.
The M is representative, I'm pretty sure, of like the Black Lodge and Crowley's OTO.
The Masons.
Yeah, but it represents the golden arcs. I look that up. Be something cool to deep dive into. But it's tied into Crowley. And the McDonald's family is in
the
Fritz
Order of the Golden
Springmeier's
Dawn.
book. What's up?
The,
Sorry about
the Order of the Golden Dawn.
Yes. It all ties into the Golden Dawn too. All those occult groups are interconnected in some way.
Right.
Yeah. Dude, I had a couple symbols in mind. I don't know why I must have slipped my mind. But after last night, dude, the conversation that me and John Lee had, with the research that we're doing, we're on the money with who these deities are. It's uncanny. These connections. NASA is that's a good one. That's a good one, Z-Man. I was about to say, I should have been looking to the chat to help us out. Guys, come on. Let's go to the NASA logo. Yeah, the NASA and Nashah in Hebrew, to deceive. Adrian?
Yo, yo.
Hey.
I'm here, buddy.
I know if you
I'm
were
I'm
frozen or
here.
not.
Still on Earth.
My mouth just made a weird noise. Um, all right. NASA logos. So yeah, that's the four. Well, you have the ring of Saturn. What is that representative of, Adrian? I mean, I actually don't know as much about the occultic things of Saturn that I should. As much shit that I've read and as many videos as I've watched on it, I should know a little more. But I don't know if you could expand on that. Yeah, the forked tongue. It's also known as a vector. That is on a lot of car logos as well. You see that V. Is
Oh
that
yeah.
representative of the serpent?
It could be if you subscribe to that
What's
notion.
this? Oh, that's aeronaut. Well, you see a lot there, dude. There's all that. It's pretty cool.
The vector lines are supposed to represent the paths of satellites orbiting around it.
Oh. I don't know. There
But
probably could be a few meanings to it.
weird path for a satellite to just reverse direction like that into a V.
Right. Is something else up there? I know we were talking about on Strange Brew, we were talking about that Dark Knight satellite or whatever it was, which you told me was like in Enlil's all-seeing eye.
Yeah. I subscribe to that, man. It would make total sense.
Yeah.
If the Anunnaki were ordered to leave Earth after Sodom and Gomorrah or interfere with humans as little as possible, they would still want a way to monitor us. Why not put an invisible satellite orbiting Earth with all kinds of telescopic capabilities to keep tabs on the Lulus?
Guys, that's what humans were called in Sumeria, a Lulu. Lulu.
Darn right.
If you've watched our show, you've heard us refer to humans as such. We refer to ourselves as a Lulu sometimes.
Just means the worker race.
Well, yeah, you talk about that stuff, and long enough, you will start to use vocabulary from those texts. So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
dude, this Apollo logo. I mean, you see what's on there, right? You see the eagle.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you know the eagle. Well, also represents a number of deities. Um, oh my God, yeah, these all have the vector on them. See, it has that forked tongue looking thing, right? You got the infinity sign. You got the Ouroboros right there. Looks like. Who's that? Is that Apollo? Literally, like, was that Ninurta?
It was Nan or Sin.
It was Nanar Sin. That was
Yeah.
Apollo.
Yeah.
It's just his younger brother. So, because the
moon.
eagle. So the eagle does represent that whole side of Enlil's little bloodline.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, and you see that with who runs the United States. We have the eagle on everything, which when you get into the esoteric and you talk about the symbolism of animals, some of the gay stuff I'm into. And dude, you get into the eagle being and Freemasonry being representative of the phoenix and stuff, the whole rebirth ritual and dying and then coming back to life, and there's a lot tied into that,
Big time, man. It's a tale as old as time.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah,
And
it's a tale that's been repeated over time too. Is Raven a descendant of En? I don't think so. Maybe. We all may be descended from these fallen angel bloodlines, guys.
yeah, I
And
wonder if
it's our job to bring our spirits back up through Christ is what I've come to believe. So
ravens and crows are like the fallen angels of the bird family.
yeah, Z-Man, my daughter, well, my son never watched Peppa Pig. Neither does my daughter. She watches like Little Bear and stuff, calm and not going to give her ADD or schizophrenia or anything. Yeah, I mean, what's some logos? I mean, there's probably other logos with serpents on them.
The logos are everywhere, out in
Yeah,
society, billboards, restaurants,
blue is pretty good.
businesses, vehicles, television,
Yeah,
networks,
it's pretty cool to get into that.
everywhere, man.
So yeah, dude. So basically, Nephilim ravens have wet beaks. That's funny you say that. The raven actually, I'm sure Raven knows this. Actually stems from Odin. I'm pretty sure, right? Which comes from the stories of
The Norse?
the Norse mythology. Yeah, which you could put in the same boat with Inky. That whole bloodline, that whole story. Um, there's a lot. You have, well, Odin has the one eye, and that goes to Horus too, right? That, and when he's in Egypt, and that's Inky's grandson.
Yep.
Great grandson. Yeah, guys, we get into these like the literal family trees of these ancient demigods. Fascinating shit, and it ties into the Bible and everything. And you get into that in your book too, right?
Absolutely. And I mean, think about it. You have Hugin and Munin were a pair of Norse ravens that flew all over the world and brought information to the god Odin. So to me, that's archangels or Anunnaki, collecting intel and bringing it to Enki. And what else did I just see? Oh, what are the first two letters of Raven?
Ra.
Yeah,
R.A.
man. So
Yeah,
that's
we
that
talked
side
about
of the
that
family.
with my name and your name, the last two letters being On, which
Mhm.
come from that kingship on Nibiru, the king On, and then his grandson Anu, who gave birth to these crazy
Masquerade
ass, yeah,
gods.
dude, these crazy ass these crazy ass angels, these rogue angels, as we've talked about. Uh Renegade angels. Makes me
That's
think of
it.
that show, Xavier Renegade Angel. Fucking retarded show. It's funny though. He's basically he's basically Abraxas. Look, that would be good for a laugh. And I did want to dive into like the Gnostic pantheon. Yeah, this show that used to come on Adult Swim right here. Let me see. Xavier Renegade Angel. So this is basically Abraxas. I mean, look, he has the snake for an arm. He has a beak. Maybe I was just high and retarded when I watched it. Has anyone else seen this show?
That's quite the outfit.
Oh, dude.
I think I have a new
man.
Halloween costume inspiration.
I don't know if anyone else had seen it. Sorry. Uh, but yeah, man. No, so let's get out of this. Early CGI is truly cursed. Well, God is associated with the number 5. The Bible says birds were created on day 5.
The 5th planet is Jupiter.
Yeah, which is representative of Anu, correct? Or that's Uranus. That's Uranus.
Yeah.
Now that's representative of Enlil. Am I wrong? I'm wrong because Jupiter is equivalent to Zeus.
Zeus is Enlil.
It,
Well, in the same conversation, I just did a quick search and it says Enlil was called Jupiter. But that's old research, right?
yeah.
Didn't we determine Zeus is Ishkur?
Yes,
Okay.
we did because Enlil lines up with Saturn, Cronus, El.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. Ishkur, he was Zeus, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
And it's hard to answer the last fan's question with which god is associated with the birds and the number 5 and the creation of the birds on day 5. It's like there's a lot of symbolism in the creation story. But it is important to note out that in Genesis and Exodus, it was Enlil and Ishkur that were kind of switching back and forth as the Yahweh. Like we'll get into it in Pantheon in one of the later pantheons, but it's Ishkur talking to Moses at the burning bush.
no shit.
That's what we believe. El
man.
Shaddai.
El Shaddai. Yeah, dude. Oh man. Then you get into Islam with Nanarsen being the angel who contacted Muhammad. That's why when they do the Hajj, they kissed a meteorite. Is that like a part of Nanarsen's ship or something? Like you don't know. It's the same thing with people that follow the Talmud and the worship of Marduk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those Babylonian, dude, I mean, well, you could say it's a worship of multiple deities because they wear the black box, which is worship of Saturn as well.
Mm-hmm.
But there's theories that the Jews that read the Torah are followers of Enlil or El. So it goes
their
both
Yahweh.
ways, guys.
Yeah.
Trust in Christ. Trust in Christ, everybody.
Christ is
covenant.
king.
It's a new Christ is king. Yes, Adrian. It's a new covenant, guys. And that's what we get into, man. We just question a lot, and I think that's good because I think it does make people uncomfortable. But when you get past that, you could learn a thing or two, and just it's good to take other things into consideration, especially when all this shit lines up all the etymology lines up. These stories you've seen in every culture, every civilization, over time. And so, yes, see, man, Christ is king, brother.
What were some of your breakthroughs with the Semyaza episode?
I was watching that Disney movie with my kid the other day and noticed the bear on Brave. Yeah, his name is Marduk. Yeah, and he's like he basically has this curse in the movie and turns into this bear, dude.
Wow.
With one eye, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's very symbolic. That's cool you brought that up, Crush. Thanks. Yeah, I actually would like to do a show on all the occult things in Disney. May do that with the Paranoid American. He has a show called Occult Disney. So I think we're gonna do Brother Bear. I have to watch it with my daughter or something to get all the symbolism out of it. But yeah, dude. No, so we basically, like I said, John Lee talked about the number 77 and how it's connected to the goat of Mendez, or the deity Semihaza or Semyaza. And I still think that's Samael, because at that time, all their names ended with L. Because if you think about it, bro, there's the only angels that I've found from the Sumerian text that match up in Enoch are Semyaza, Marduk, and Utu Shamash, who are all Ajiji, right? They're all, I mean, Marduk ruled the Ajiji on Mars, and then when he came down for his wedding and they followed him,
Yeah.
and they found women and they did what they wanted to with them. Yeah, dude. So, and then you have Samael, Azazel, Shamsiel. They all ended with L during that time because L was the god in power. Really just talked about that he was the only person that I had heard talk about Semyaza, but the numerology associated with this deity, dude, if I mean, dude, it matches up. It matches up, bro. If you have time, go watch the episode because
77.
Dude, I named the episode Semyaza 77. I was just
Wow.
like, that's what the episode was, man. Yeah, no, it was great. Shout out John Lee Chowbeck, man. He's actually a fighter too. Yeah, dude. He's from Florida. The Florida Keys kid. Man, I mean, I think me and you are gonna have our own episode on Semyaza. So,
Do you want to hear something wild?
yes, always.
So these are just my notes from like the Lost Book of Enki and Benson's original writings, and I don't recall how I numbered each section, but for some reason it's like here is section 77, and then it's 78,000 BC, and it's sandstorms destroy the surface of Mars. Semyaza sends Utu a message in Sipar, blah blah blah, right? But like it's almost 77,000
BC. No, he
BC.
sent Utu a message at all, because I know Utu took his family and the rest of the Ajiji angels and went and settled in Lebanon, right? Mount Hermon.
So, all right, this is around the time. So,
okay,
essentially 77,000 BC is a time when Semyaza informs Marduk that the Igigi are bursting with sexual stress.
As one would.
More more evidence for your 77 numerology theory on that particular character?
Dude, we found similarities, more similarities with Azazel or Azazel and Marduk. It's just fascinating shit, man. And like at first for me, it was just getting into the Sumerian stories. I didn't start putting Enoch together with these ancient stories until like this past year. Once I did, that's when I was like, I got to start podcasting because this is so much stuff. And like me and you found each other wasn't by chance or coincidence. I heard you on Mark Steve's podcast, and shout out Mark. Um, yeah, man. Nothing's by chance, like I said. So I'm stoked for what we have in the future. Guys, I'm editing episode 8 of our Elohim Etymology right now. It's on Marduk. It's part 2. And dude, I thought, I mean, it was like 100 degrees in here that night, and besides my volume, which we can fix, I was like, oh man, I probably was just I don't know, just didn't do too well. And it's a banger, bro. Like it's another banger. I'm like, how is it? I think I do fucking terrible on a podcast, and it's not bad.
That's how we roll, man.
It's my expectations myself, man. I need to have higher expectations myself. So I'm editing that this weekend, guys, so y'all can get that this next week. Hope.
Oh, he caught you ripping it.
Oh man. Yeah. Anyway, I know you have to get out of here in a minute, Adrian. Did you want to put any plugs in, or is there anything that you have coming? I know you are going to that. What's it called?
The Forbidden
Conscious
Conscious
Life.
Awards.
Yeah.
So, yeah, big weekend ahead for me coming up in several days. I'll be down in South Florida hanging out with a lot of similar minded people in this space, in the podcast and author space, that talk about ancient history, the occult, the alien agenda, the UFO, UAP, mystery, and enigma. So yeah, follow me on Instagram at Adrian West HQ. I'll be sharing a lot from that trip on my stories. Maybe one day I'll become a master at actually posting on my feed and getting better at that and staying in the algorithm. But you can also follow the book on Instagram at pantheon.series. Just stay on the lookout. Keep fighting the good fight. We're working on the Audible still for book 1, and we're developing book 2 as we speak. Very excited about that. And these podcasts always reinvigorate me to keep the momentum on these topics and projects. And those are the main plugs. AdrianWestHQ.com, Adrian West HQ on IG. You can find Pantheon, The Golden Veins on Amazon, hardback, softback, and Kindle. Whichever you prefer, every little bit helps, and we're all super grateful for your support and belief.
Yeah, I was gonna say, shout out Nephilim Murder Crew. She says they go. Yeah, we do research sometimes. Like we'll read our. Yeah, fuck. I don't care. Shit. You got like hella books that we be
Hella books.
like reading through while we do it. But we had fun doing this, so we are going to start going live more, hopefully. But on the Pantheon project, we will start going live once we kind of get through some more of these deities. But yeah. And I'm gonna try to go. Me and my wife are gonna try to get down there for the weekend. Hopefully it's on a weekend, right? Yeah, all the cool kids are in Florida. Z-Man, Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Guys, Great Build Podcast. Great Build _ podcast on Instagram. Go check me out there. I'm posting a lot of shorts and stuff from all these podcasts I've done in the past few weeks. Great Build Pod on Twitter. I'm on Rumble, YouTube. Obviously, I'm on Rumble. YouTube, Spotify, BitChute, Apple Podcasts. Y'all find me there. I'm starting a Patreon soon where you'll be able to get like early episodes of Elohim Etymology that I'll be putting out on there like a little earlier probably than the other feeds, and some unreleased episodes that I've done on other podcasts too. It's going to be like $1 a month. It's not going to be much, until I start making more content. Thank you so much. And I'm going to be watching y'all every week as well. So, but yeah, guys, like I said, y'all go buy Adrian's book on Amazon. That's something else I was going to say. Fuck, I always forget. I always go off on something. Schizo News Network tonight, 10 o'clock Central. Y'all go to oddfellowsbrand.com and support my boy Cody. You can go to organite.com and you can use promo code GP for 10% off your Organite purchase. Go support Isaac. Oh yeah, I'm running the production on Already Dead every Tuesday, guys, with Jose and Austin. So y'all come kick it with us live, 8:30 Central every Tuesday, live call-in show. And yeah, y'all go to paranoidamerican.com and support my co-host Thomas. Got cups, got comics, got Legos, got a ton of stuff, stickers, t-shirts, everything that you could want for your conspiracy needs. Yeah, check out my episode from last night with John Lee Chowbeck. Got a lot of stuff coming in the near future. Hopefully something with Nephilim Death Squad soon. Shout out those guys again, man. Thank y'all for that donation. That means more than you know. Yeah, Adrian, is there anything else you wanted to say, brother?
Well, there's a lot going on in the world, and I'll just say there's an old song by the Avett Brothers, and there's a line in that song.
Nosy, man. I will not read your full name.
It goes, "Your life doesn't change by the man that's elected." So I just want everyone to maybe stop squabbling so much, maybe get off the internet a little bit less to start the day, and find what makes you happy and what brings you closer to people and more loving. And all this political drama will be over in a couple months until there's something new to be upset about. But just know that you have control over your own life, or you should, as much as possible. And whoever gets elected is really just a figurehead, because that's the system we're in.
Beautifully put. All right, guys. This was fun. Hopefully we can do this again soon. And y'all tune in. Like I said, y'all watch Schizo News Network tonight. Y'all won't be disappointed. And yeah, trust me, y'all won't be disappointed. You can act your degenerate selves there for sure. So we love y'all. Thank y'all for watching, and y'all stay great pill, guys. Later.
Spread the word with propaganda packs, all for just $40 shipped at paranoidamerican.com.
Paranoid propaganda packs. We got facts on these sticker slaps. So grab yourself a stack and go attack with these paranoid propaganda packs.
These huge all-weather slaps will last in public for years to come. Remind citizens that birds are not real. Self-immolation is an option, and might make you magnetic. Do your part and get a propaganda pack today from paranoidamerican.com.
Yeah, paranoid propaganda packs. We got facts on these sticker slaps. So grab yourself a stack and go attack with these paranoid propaganda packs.
What are you waiting for? Go to paranoidamerican.com right now and get a paranoid propaganda pack.
Ready for a cosmic conspiracy about Stanley Kubrick, moon landings, and the CIA? Go visit nasacomic.com.
NASAcomic.com, CIA's biggest con. Stanley Kubrick put us on, that's why we're singing this song. I'm NASAcomic.com, go visit NASAcomic.com. Go visit NASAcomic.com. Yeah, go visit NASAcomic.com. Oh, NASAcomic.com, CIA's biggest con. Stanley Kubrick put us on, that's why we're singing this song. I'm NASAcomic.com, go visit NASAcomic.com. Go visit NASAcomic.com. Yeah, go visit NASAcomic.com.
Never a Straight Answer is a 40-page comic about Stanley Kubrick directing the Apollo space missions.
Yeah, go visit NASAcomic.com.
This is the perfect read for comic, Kubrick, or conspiracy fans of all ages. For more details, visit nasacomic.com.
See,
Welcome to the Gray Pilled
I'm
Podcast.
slightly autistic. No, I mean, I'm fucking awkward, you know? I know I'm not, like the brightest bulb in the shed. I'm find you a good one, fellas, because they're all getting either, taken away by other men or taken away by Samael. They called Demiurge Jehovah etheric mermaids in your semen. I don't know how I feel about that. Marduk is the scapegoat. Azazel means the scapegoat.
Wow.
Get the E from the beginning of his name and the L at the end. Put that together, and your Saturn deity right there, guys. Everyone knows about the reptilians and their cavern systems underground that lead to Hollow Earth. And we can talk about that when
Jules knows.
Mr. Hall talks about the teachings of Paracelsus and his many views on the elementals, and I find that fascinating. Create a Patreon at anyone fucking like 99 cents a month. I don't know. Maybe I'll go live if not. I don't give a fuck. I don't really care what people think, so I like it.
You're killing it, Jules, bro.
There's some people that are kind of mad, man.
Okay, well, all right, we're going to take you back out.
Red and black, and that's alchemical. In Freemasonry and in all esoteric history schools, the eagle is usually a representation of the original phoenix. Just blew my own mind. Gray pills dropping left and right, man.
3-6 Mafia is the sipping on the scissor, right? They were bringing the hydrocodone
on the hands-free phone.
On the hands-free phone, yeah.
It's the Great Deal Podcast, dropping jewels with Jews on the Great Deal Podcast. Time to school all these fools on the Great Deal Podcast.
Welcome to the Gray Pilled Podcast.
Gather round, all you mystery seekers. We're diving deep into the dark, exploring realms beyond what's known, where the secrets of the shadows leave their mark. Come take a ride on the Great Pilled Express, where esoteric knowledge is our guest. From conspiracies to cryptids, we unveil the veil, mysticism and the occult, our forbidden tale. Join us on this journey to uncover